Hello photographers! Today I'm going to show you how to make a triptych, putting 3 images together, similar images hopefully, and I just happened to find these cute little puppies in the snow online to put mine together, and I will show you how to kind of make it all work. So let's see, let's get rid of that now that we have the idea. So first of all, I need to figure out a format for all 3 that's the same. So I'm going to go with a square format. You can do either vertical or horizontal formats. It's up to you. I can move, undo. I can move this around till I get it how I like. I'm less concerned about its tail, but I don't want to cut him off over here. I'm going to do 5 by 5 by 300. So that looks pretty good for him. Ooh, he got a little big. We'll bring him down with Command or Control minus. And then let's see, this guy, he wasn't a square either. I want to give him a little more breathing room over here. So, whoops, I'm going to slide him again with this. I'm going to slide him over. There we go. I don't want the edges, but let's bring him over here a little bit. And reduce him to fit on the screen. And then my last puppy, I have a couple options. I can either do this guy or this guy, and I want to figure out, if I have a selection of images, which ones go together. And just by looking at that, I notice the snow in this one's really blue, and I can adjust that, but it's also really bright sunny, whereas these tend to be, looks more like, you know, cloudy day. They tend to be a little more overcast on snowy days. So he has very different lighting, different colors. I'm going to say, not you, bye puppy. And we're going to go with this guy and these 3. Now, one of the things you can do to make them all fit together is I want these all kind of lean the same direction. This guy goes the opposite way, but maybe I want to have it, he's almost forward. So I'm going to flip this guy. I'm going to go image rotation, and flip canvas horizontal. So if you can make something lean in a little better, that can work for you. I can also play with little things in them while they're still here individually. Like if you look right here, I'm going to zoom in. This poor little puppy, if you hold space, you can move your page around, has some, looks like little bloody paws, but I don't want the red to distract me. I want to see all the puppies together. So if you remember from our spot healing cloning demo, I'm going to take this paw over here, there we go, and I'm going to put it over here. Look at that. And I'm going to diffuse this just a little bit more because I want it to kind of blend in. There we go. Oh, and there, that's kind of like that. And then I want to get rid of, there's looks like, oh, this paw too, a little bit of red. So I'm going to go over here, right click on that to get to my spot healing. Let's go a little bit smaller. I can use the brackets just to the right of the P as a keyboard shortcut to make my tools bigger or smaller. And I might do a little bit just on these edges just to kind of get rid of any sharp edges that are there. So now I got that. I can reduce the size, make sure it's just how I like it. Looks good. I have my 3 images cropped and ready to go. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go File, Open, and I'm going to make one big canvas, not open, whoops. File new is what I meant to say. I'm going to make one big canvas, put them all into. So I'm choosing, make sure you have selected inches and not pixels, because pixels are teeny tiny, and I want them to be 5 across. So I'm going to go 15 inches wide by 5 inches tall. I could do flip it and make them put together vertically, but I think I'm going to go horizontal. We're going to print at 300 pixels per inch, so I like that. I hit create. Voila! I have a new image to work from. And I'm going to go and select each of my puppies to bring them in the middle. So to do that, I'm going to use my keyboard shortcuts, Command or Control A. It will select all of it. Command C will copy it. And then I go over to my canvas, Command V to paste. Look, there he is! Oh, yay! Now my next one. Command A to select all. Command C to copy. And I go over here, Command V. Oh, he covered him up! He went away! Where's the other one? Well, it's okay, because I go to my Move tool. I slide him over, and look, there he is! Oh, good. Phew! Now I need, where's my other puppy? There's my other puppy. Command A to select all, Command C to copy, Command V to paste. What just happened there? Undo. You know what happened? I selected, because I changed something on here earlier, I selected the blank layer, the selected color layer. I want copy to make sure I'm on the right layer. Where'd it go? There he is. Now I'm going to move him over, and by having it be the exact right size for them to fit into, they sort of snap in place nicely. Now if I look at this, These guys, the white is more similar. This is kind of bluish like the other one, not as blue, but still a little bit more. So I'm going to move him over a little bit and kind of compare him to these two. Now if I go over here and adjust the color or the levels to get different values, on him, it's actually going to do all of them. And I really want to just concentrate on him. So in order to concentrate on one of my images instead of the whole thing, I make sure I'm on the right layer over here. If I'm not sure, I can close and open the eye to make sure I'm on that layer. And then I'm going to go up here to Image, Adjustment, and I'm going to play with Selective Color here to change his color around a little bit, because I want to make it match as best I can. Let's see, how about, he looks a little cool, so let's see if we can change how warm he is. And I don't always know, sometimes I just play with sliders and see that doesn't seem to change it too much. Sometimes you got to give it a second to bring it over. See what the yellow does, that one should work better for me. That seems to be what I want there, cooling it a bit. There. I might have to play with levels, so I say, okay, I'm still on this layer. I'm going to go up here, Image, Adjustments, and Levels, just to lighten the snow. Now see that white's not even on the mountain. I like all my colors on the mountain, my values on the mountain. There we go. Now he's getting a little lighter. I might want some darker in the dark spot so I don't lose detail. Whenever I adjust levels to control my values, I don't want to lose, there we go, now the snow is matching, but I don't want to lose detail. So I might, you know, tweak these a little bit so that even though the whites start to look similar, I'm still keeping the gradation and the values. I don't want to just bleach things out. So, okay, there's that. And I would probably go back and do the same thing with the other two, but you get the idea. If I'm tweaking one of these, I have to go up here to my menus. If I want to tweak the whole thing, I go over here to the icons. So I can, like if I wanted to do levels on all of them, see? Whoa, they all change. So, there you go. The little symbols, the icons are all one layer at a time up here, so I can change those. Now let's say I wanted to add a border, so I don't have just these three things stuck together, but I want to give it a little bit of breathing room. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back up here to Image, Canvas Size, and I'm going to add an inch to each one. So I'm going to go 16 by 6. I like to start with the exact size because they snap into place, but now, look, I have this lovely border. But it's sort of white. They're already white. That's not so exciting. But I can put some color in there, so maybe I click on my background, and I could, oh look, I have some color here. I have a lovely green, so I could go right behind the gradation tool. I have my paint bucket, so I can click on the paint bucket. I know I'm on the background layer. I click there, and look, I have a nice border. It's not a nice border. You and I know it's not a nice border. It's a fluorescent green border that's nothing to do with my dogs and it's totally distracting. I want to make a nice border. So instead, I'm going to click on this color, and I'm going to look, when I go over my picture, a little paint dropper comes up. What if I did a nice color that's in the doggy? Ooh, I like kind of the light brown, because there's a lot of light browns in here. And maybe I don't like that doggy. What if I want kind of an orangey brown? I can go there. That's a good one. I like it. Good. Okay. So now I have that color, but I don't want that orange in there. So I could just make it all brown. Not bad. Not bad. Now I'm going to take my Move tool, and I'm going to slide these over just a little bit so I get a little border in between to break it up. But I could do something more exciting even. I could go over here underneath the paint bucket. Remember there was that gradient tool? I can click on the gradient. I'm going to flip these so that I can get a different color. And I'm going to pick again, I want this border to complement, maybe I'll find a nice dark gray. I don't need to go straight black. But I want my border to complement my pictures. So to pick colors within my photos is going to work much better. And now I can take this. Oh no, that's not what I did. My doggies went away. What I did here, Command Z to undo, I failed here on this part, I put it on a layer I was working on. I want it to be on the background. And then when I do it, oh, much better. Because the background is behind all these photos, it changes the color that way. And isn't that nice? I can get like a dark grayish to a brown. Look how nice it complements. And I can make the values go all different ways. Woo, this way, maybe this way, maybe this way. I like that one, actually. So I can see up here, here's the two colors I picked. If I'm on the gradient tool and these two colors are up, this is the gradient it'll make. I could try other variations, but because I don't see much of it, it's not going to change it all that much. It also changes the gradient slightly if you make a bigger line or a smaller line, so you can get different effects that way. You know, different one. You can play, see what you like. But see, again, I don't see a whole lot of it, so I'm going to say good enough. I like it.